yenkopie mu ewo UK Liverpool honom na Ghana ni di hye bi a wono de eche I wonder why some Ghanaians omutu kwan a na wo mo ekogu oman nani mu ase wo honom ekoye niema asebe the name of the country will be dragged into the mud. Now abrantia na nimfoni eda screens ne so no edi a ekra no Amponsa Thompson within finhye duonu nkron 29 years. na abrantia we me no ka say ya sentence no to 23 years jail sentence flat. Ne bone ne same or serial beka ne say rapist and kasa ono de Liverpool ho no te no na wo fe koti kwan so ne ade na wo to nkrofo mu na nkra ne ade a recent one okoye no mpanimfo ensa aso ni mu a wo mageli no 23 years. Now we'll give you the tidbits and the details about this whole issue. And to share screens so or say serial sex offender Amponsa Thompson jailed for 23 years for raping teenagers in Liverpool. It was only the teen for na no pen crown to fe for no. And our two moment now Liverpool honum. Now let's delve into the issue. Or see a serial sex offender who used his Mercedes as a hunting vehicle to prowl the streets of Liverpool city centre for vulnerable teenage girls on nights out has been jailed for 23 years after being unmasked as a predatory imposter who posed as a taxi driver. Intuition and someone and say abrantie we also okuta Mercedes and a Mercedes no baby or tied in ampa no Liverpool city centre and na oye no want so oye taxi driver and na ope and na da na trick se kwan bi so and na teenage girls and na odada wo no oni omo akwakoda no so ato omo mu na nesa. Now say Amponsa Thomas and Thompson, a 29-year-old with leave to remain in the United Kingdom, was sentenced at Liverpool Crown Court today after a harrowing catalogue of offences against 3 young women, 2 of them aged just 18, between August 2024 and 2025. The court heard that the Ghanaian national operated with chilling calculations, trailing the city's 9th life district in his white Mercedes, searching for lone intoxicated teenagers before striking. And to only they say no any dear no abrantie we omuchirema nansen no kopie mu court enti court no Liverpool Crown Court na okoye no omuhwe ne bone ne niema ensen fata waye no na chese enima miensa na woman fall corporate and I say to him. Now 2 edi just 18, that is edun woche na omu cases no fall between August 2024 and 2025. No mu chema wono wonam mechanic saying the Liverpool city centre hono more like a taxi driver na nani da former wo hwe emaba wa sebe wo hwe omo a omunko an omunam omuasabo enti ene ofa wa ase bi okosiwo se dienyo ene obehu ane say you are in his bed. Now say the first attack came in August 2024 when an 18-year-old woman left a night out shortly after 2 a.m. after visiting popular bars including Hibby Jebbies and Lost in Seal Street. Into omu chema de di kan ye si ye no August 2024 ababa wa wedding finsha dun woche woni de eja o live life nti ene ade say ya ene let's hang out, let's go on the street ubehu ane say wo fi ba we no okoba we let's go club eni ade into a free one on 2 a.m. honomo no kwa ne nam Seal Street no eso or say heavily drunk and separated from her friends. She approached Thompson's car near the former Alma de Cuba venue, now St. Peter's Tavern. And to muchema no one ne nam fufu no omedi intitimu omakwa chileri omedi intitimu and wa bo into okono ene ben Thompson ekano ewe Alma de Cuba venue as say no mo friend no St. Peter's Tavern honum na and asked if he was a taxi driver into obisa Thompson so a taxi driver na Thompson say prosecutor David Pogles told the court that Thompson lied and pretended that he was and Thompson so or said that no penny ane me a taxi driver. Now, believing she was being taken home, The teenager climbed into the vehicle. Instead, he drove her to his own address on Rocky Lane in Tobruk. Into omu chema na obane de wakotena taxi wonim se yede ni kofie. Sa Thompson wa divert and odi lady no akopiem wo onu ni fie. Oshema say where he joined her in the back seat and touched her between her thighs. She escaped further violations only by pretending her family was phoning and that she had shared her location with them. Into the smart mover, lady way and say after said Thompson started say was so the mood and suffer fan the ceremony ade no and omobe prepare kakra na lady no e share that yes and ebusuan for e friend no into ono omo den kasa na ordinary location asani omo baby awo. Thompson stopped and drove her home. She later insisted on paying him, a fatal mistake for her attacker. Banker transfers allowed police trace him directly into okosi no eno yes otuaneka say na Thompson person obeje eno no so she mami ntua oka udi ma bedru fie ni ade enti transfer no omo ye no eno na ebo aye ma a police for etime ensa koso Thompson mu a omu tracing no through the transfer na womo so this was the first incident see ya Thompson any 18 years no now. When interviewed, Thompson denied pretending to be a taxi driver, claiming he had only stopped at his home to collect identification. He insisted there had been no physical contact and that he had never entered the back seat. He was released on bail. Enti assembly copy mu ewo police phone se mo toto Thompson anono o twantro also onye taxi driver ena ne fie okoko ye na okofa ni identification card ni ade ena afa nso wan so girl ni mu anfa ne nsa amfa ne sremu ni ade ono nso wanko back seat honom eni ye jai no. But he did not stop. December 2024, while still under investigation, Thompson prowled again. He found another 18-year-old woman described by the prosecution as extremely drunk and vulnerable, slumped by a wall in the city center after a night that had taken her to a Wetherspoon pub, Macaulay's and Soho. Separated from her friends, she was seen being escorted back to his vehicle at around 3:30 a.m. Into omuchema yeche Thompson ayejan wenjayo December 2024 and so investigation ekọ so eno so 18 years abayo asa ena Thompson ekopie no so ebra na Waterley City one ho a wabo ofi night club ni ade na ono so na ne namfofo no emben no ena enie be 3:30 ni mu yehu se Thompson ene girl ni ewa ni ka ni mo say she later recalled zoning in and out of sleep and waking up at his flat where she had been raped. Thompson drove her home the next day. He later claimed the sexual activity had been consensual, but the jury convicted him of 1 count of rape following a trial. And to omu trema, girl no nin se muna che say ade chen yen say aso on kai ne ni beba no so no that Thompson ne dem ne mpa so wone na ada omu bisa Thompson no na sem okokan ye ne se omu nyina ete omu ho ase ena enne enwamu no ekoso ena judge for ni se there be we dey agitu mu enye ye enti omu convicted no with 1 count of rape ewo ho. Now throughout 2025, as detectives continued their work, Thompson preyed upon a third victim, raping her an estimated 6 or 7 times. He also subjected her to violent assault and threatened her with a knife. Mr. Paul Glaze told the court, "We say that this defendant is manipulative, he's a sexual predator, he has little or no regard for the boundaries of and consent for sex." In Tinaches Omutrema 2025 and so Omuyen said there was a third person and also raping no bear 6 to 7 times. When you rape no consign a threaten no at the second ehunehuna ne ade ade a Omu said Thompson no or your dada for sebe one de eba ne boundaries ni ade ade a wonim tutimo say abrantie amponsa Thompson Ghana anyway no. When it comes to this crime na just why you no ho edisa boni na nkasa ena me no kasa ide ama a police for etimi anhwehwemu e dia fa ne nsem ne ho a o ache no. So the issue there is very very long we shall say the court Heather, while Thompson had no previous convictions, he had been investigated in January 2024 over an allegation that he sexually assaulted a lap dancer, though the woman later withdrew her complaint and no charges were brought. Defendant's barrister, Tony Odiho, urged the court to remember that his client was previously a man of good character with no criminal record, adding that his immigration status was subject to review. He asked for a sentence as short as is consistent with your honest public duty. But Judge Brian Cummins' case was unmoved, sentencing Thompson, who appeared via video link from HMP Liverpool wearing a white Puma t-shirt. The judge declared him a dangerous offender. There would remain a significant risk to members of the public of serious harm at the point that you would have otherwise served a fixed term sentence. He said, he added that deportation was a matter for the appropriate authority, making no other himself by leaving the door firmly open. In Sinache say, the defense and I said Thompson, the lawyers for the son come be pray, the amano ni ade nanso no judge no so hwemu niema boni awaye no yentimi njan no was ye oman ni musa akeke ntenne ya sentence no to 23 years in prison na wokwakodemu na ayare ho isansa mafo chema. The issues coming up with regards to Ghana for mutu kwan no eye gu oman ni mas na no ada papa ya wode namgu eye dwale ani ade onu nso Ghana ni sa enti amafo chema amafo etu kwan akọ other countries no. They should be of good behavior. No munyai say womo essay Ghana for edin ewo aman hodo eso. In view of that, let's move on to another issue. Ababe gentry high ewo Ghana hanum si say is bringing a whole